bet a lot of you guys know what a sun sign or zodiac sign is. For example, I was born in September, which means I am a Virgo. Well, what if I told you that there is a lot more to astrology than just your sun sign? Hi, my name is Celia, and for my 8th grade project, I chose to study astrology. Astrology is the belief that the positions of the planets and stars can predict human events and characteristics. I chose this topic because ever since 6th grade, when we studied astronomy, I was obsessed with the constellations. In 7th grade, I found a book on astrology at the library, and I was immediately in love with the topic. For about a year, I kept checking out books because I loved learning about the planets and the signs. But I think the thing that got me most interested in the topic was the sun signs, because nearly everything I read about my sign, Virgo, was exactly how I felt and acted, and it truly amazed me how accurate it all was. The only thing that I did not understand in my books was how to make and read a chart, so that is what I decided to focus on for my project. I'm now going to show you a few charts and explain a few basic aspects and different aspects that are on them. This first chart is my personal chart. Every chart has a sun, moon, and rising sign. This is the symbol for a sun sign. It is in Virgo, which means my sun sign is Virgo. This symbol stands for the moon, which in my case is in Libra. And finally, my rising sign is the sign right here, which for me is Cancer. Now this chart right here is Mrs. Cooley's. And as you can see, she also has a sun, moon, and rising sign. Except her sun sign is in Aries, her moon sign is in Pisces, and her rising sign is Aquarius. This chart is Olivia Mott's. Her sun sign is in Libra, her moon sign is in Virgo, and her rising sign is in Cancer. So even though most charts can look totally different, they all still have a sun, moon, and rising sign. It is called a rising sign because it is the constellation that was rising in the sky at the time of your birth. Your sun, moon, and rising signs, also known as the big three, are the most important thing to talk about in a chart because they are the basics of what makes up you. Your sun sign is who you are at your core. For example, if your sun sign was Sagittarius, then you are likely to be honest, optimistic, curious, and funny. Your moon sign is how you feel, express, and act on your emotions. So if your moon sign was Aries, you would likely express your emotions openly and directly, and you wouldn't be shy about saying how you feel. And finally, your rising sign is how other people see you. So if your rising sign was Gemini, people would see you as a clever, outgoing, and charming person. Another basic thing to know about astrology is the zodiac signs. There are 12 signs in total, and each of them are unique and different from the others. The first of the zodiac signs is between March 21st and April 19th, and it is Aries. You are bold, passionate, energetic, and a natural leader. Second, April 20th to May 20th is Taurus. You are loyal, hardworking, generous, and a deep thinker. Third, May 21st to June 22nd is Gemini. You are charming, outgoing, curious, and impulsive. Fourth, June 21st to July 22nd is Cancer. You are loyal, sensitive, creative, and generous. Fifth, July 23rd to August 22nd is Leo. You are confident, entertaining, interactive, and loyal. Sixth, August 23rd to September 22nd is Virgo. You are hardworking, reliable, and detail-oriented. Seventh, September 23rd to October 22nd is Libra. You are indecisive, fair, and romantic. 8th, October 23rd to November 21st is Scorpio. You are passionate, mysterious, intense, and determined. 9th, November 22nd to December 21st is Sagittarius. You are honest, optimistic, curious, and funny. 10th, December 22nd to January 19th is Capricorn. You are loyal, suspicious, unforgiving, and sensitive. 11th, January 20th, February 18th is Aquarius. You are independent, intellectual, and creative. And last but not least, February 19th to March 20th is Pisces. You are compassionate, creative, and intuitive. These are all the zodiac signs and some of their personality traits. Another aspect in astrology that is important to know is the planets and the zodiac signs that they rule. Mercury, the planet of intellect, rules Gemini and Virgo. Venus, the planet of beauty and luxury, rules Taurus and Libra. Mars, planet of passion, rules Aries. Jupiter, the planet of abundance, rules Sagittarius. Saturn, the planet of discipline, rules Capricorn. Uranus, the planet of revolution, rules Aquarius. Neptune, the planet of inspiration, rules Pisces. And Pluto, the planet of transformative energy and intense emotions, rules Scorpio. The Sun, which is leadership, rules Leo. And the Moon, which is emotions, rules Cancer. Another thing that I found very interesting was learning about the history of astrology in my own time. The history of astrology spans thousands of years, from the origins of civilization to the modern era. It originated in Mesopotamia around the 3rd millennium BC. It was used to predict seasonal changes and interpret celestial cycles as signs from the gods. It was also used to calculate when to plant and harvest crops. Over the course of several centuries, astrology spread to India, China, Greece, and Rome. The Greeks created the Western form of astrology we use today. The biggest challenge for me throughout this project was memorizing the order of the zodiac signs, memorizing all the planets and which signs they rule, and knowing what each sign means, as well as the symbols for all of these. The greatest highlight for me was when I realized that after the long and difficult journey of learning everything, I can finally read a chart. In total, I spent a little over 40 hours on my project. I would now like to take a moment to thank everyone that has helped me make this project possible. First, I would like to thank my speech mentor, Mrs. Cooley, who is sadly not here today, for giving up her time to help me create this speech. I would also like to thank my parents for helping me through this process, Kristen for tech support and always being open to helping me whenever I needed, Miss Benson for approving my project and helping me when I was struggling, Olivia Monda for being the first person I did an official reading on, and last but definitely not least, my mentor, Miss Jasmine. Thank you so much for teaching me this amazing new skill and introducing me to the world of astrology. I truly hope that someday I will be able to read charts as well and fluently as you, because I will never forget the amazing skills you have taught me. Now, will you please join me in giving all of these wonderful people a round of applause? Any questions? Yeah.
What's the difference between astrology and astronomy?
Astronomy is more the study of the constellations and stars in the sky, and astrology is more like what those mean and how they affect you as a person. Any ideas?
What does an astrology session look like? So say you're with somebody whose chart you're reading. How do you interpret their chart and how would a session go?
Well, you explain to them a few of the aspects that are on their chart. You want to keep it simple so they can understand what you're talking about. But basically, you tell them what their sun, moon, and rising signs mean, because each sign has like characteristics and personality traits. And then you explain like different aspects, like what different planets and different houses or like different zodiac signs could mean. So you basically just tell them. So
Repeat the question.
she asked what my favorite chart that I read was. Honestly, probably mine, because I liked seeing like how accurate it was. And that was really fun. Amara. I probably won't pursue this as a career, but I'm definitely gonna continue reading my friends' charts and doing it as a hobby.
That was my question. Have you looked up your friends' charts and have you shared anything with them?
I have. I probably have majority of those people's charts. Yes, I have looked at them. Oh yeah. Yes, I do all of the drawings except the Virgo one, which I hadn't completed in time for the project. Thank you.
Last question.
Uma.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Favorite thing to do is oh wait, no. Okay. What was like something new about yourself? If you like notice like after reading your chart, you're like, oh, that actually is true about me, or was it just like
Yes.
Repeat the question.
She asked if I noticed anything new about myself after reading my own chart. And yes, I did. Virgos tend to be like very well organized and always need to have things like planned out in a list. And I like do that, but I never really acknowledge that I do that. So now I definitely acknowledge that more after knowing that that is a Virgo trait.
Well, thank you, everybody. Big round of applause.